Djoser. Before Djoser, royal tombs were low, flat, mud brick structures known as mastabas. Egypt was experimenting with monument building, but nothing yet hinted at the sky-reaching pyramids to come. Under Djoser's rule, everything changed at Saqqara, home to a sprawling necropolis with roots stretching back to pre-dynastic times. Here rose the Step Pyramid, history's first major stone pyramid complex, a revolutionary leap in engineering, scale, and ambition. Instead of a single mastaba, designers stacked progressively smaller layers, creating the iconic tiered profile. At the heart of this transformation was Imhotep, Djoser's gifted official, often described as architect, high priest, engineer, and polymath. He took Egypt from mud brick traditions to full stone construction, a technological and symbolic flex that said royal power reaches the heavens. Long after his death, Imhotep was deified, revered as a sage of wisdom and healing. The Step Pyramid didn't just change materials, it changed form. Stepped sides replaced flat-roofed tombs, introducing verticality and cosmic symbolism. The complex surrounding the pyramid included courtyards, chapels, and ceremonial spaces that helped define future royal funerary landscapes. Djoser was also the first pharaoh to make Memphis his sole permanent royal residence, helping cement the city as the beating administrative heart of the Old Kingdom. From Memphis, royal power radiated north and south along the Nile. Djoser's principal consort was Hetepnebti, likely also his half-sister, and the two appear linked in reliefs from the period. Her visibility in royal imagery suggests her elevated status at court, because he, with Imhotep, redefined what a royal monument could be. Egypt's pyramid age starts here. Khufu, Cheops. The Greek historian Herodotus painted Khufu as a cruel oppressor who drove Egyptians into misery to build his tomb. Yet Egyptian sources and archaeology complicate that view. At home, Khufu is remembered as a powerful, capable king and strategic builder. Khufu commissioned the Great Pyramid at Giza, the largest of Egypt's pyramids and the sole surviving wonder of the ancient world. Built from roughly 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, it rose with astonishing precision, aligned to cardinal directions with minimal deviation. Herodotus popularized the idea of pyramid slave labor, but evidence from worker villages suggests something else: rotating crews of conscripted, compensated laborers, farmers working off-season, supported by state rations. Graffiti teams left prideful marks like Friends of Khufu inside hidden chambers. The scale of the project wasn't just funerary, it was political theater, mobilizing labor, logistics, quarry transport, and food supply from across the Nile Valley turned Khufu's pyramid into a unifying national enterprise. Because the Great Pyramid still stands as one of humanity's boldest architectural achievements, a 4,500-year-old testament to centralized royal power, planning, and vision. Amenhotep III. Amenhotep III ruled during a period of relative peace and imperial prosperity, allowing Egypt to invest in art, ceremony, and international diplomacy instead of constant warfare. He cultivated relationships with foreign rulers across the Near East. Clay tablets, part of what later became known as the Amarna diplomatic correspondence, record letters exchanged with kings of Babylon, Mitanni, and beyond. Gifts, marriages, and alliance language flow through these texts, showing Egypt playing the long game. To broadcast major events, Amenhotep III commissioned more than 200 large commemorative scarab beads, each carved and inscribed with announcements, hunting exploits, marriage details, state celebrations. Think of them as ancient royal media blasts distributed across the empire. He built aggressively temples, statues, palaces, and ritual spaces across Thebes and beyond. The famous Colossi of Memnon, two seated statues that once fronted his vast mortuary temple, still loom over the west bank at Luxor. His chief queen, Tai, was highly influential and appears in art at nearly the king's scale, a sign of status. Among their children was Amenhotep IV, better known as Akhenaten, the future religious reformer. because he presided over Egypt's high-gloss golden age, projecting soft power, wealth, and spectacle, and setting the stage for the religious shockwave to come under his son, Akhenaten. At a time when Egypt honored a vast pantheon, Akhenaten declared devotion to a single solar deity, the Aten. He downplayed or closed temples to other gods, redirecting resources and priestly power. Around 1346 BC, Akhenaten ordered construction of a brand new royal capital in Middle Egypt, Akhenaten, modern Amarna. Dedicated to the Aten's cult, the city sprang up quickly. Palaces, temples open to sunlight, and a new artistic style that showed the royal family in intimate, fluid poses beneath the sun's rays. His queen, Nefertiti, appears frequently in reliefs, worshipping alongside Akhenaten, sometimes performing kingly roles. Their visual partnership reinforced the spiritual authority of the Aten cult. Akhenaten's religious revolution outlived him only briefly. Within a few years of his death, Egypt reverted to its traditional gods, the capital moved, and later kings attempted to erase his legacy, chiseling out names, reusing temples, rewriting lineage, because he dared to rewrite Egypt's religious operating system. A shock so great that later rulers tried to bury the memory. Thutmose III. Note on chronology, Thutmose III actually ruled before Amenhotep III and Akhenaten in historical sequence, but we're presenting him last for impact. His campaigns pushed Egypt's power to its widest reach. When Thutmose III inherited the throne as a child, his stepmother, aunt Hatshepsut, acted as regent and eventually as co-ruler in full pharaonic regalia. During those formative years, the young Thutmose trained in military arts, chariotry, archery, and command. After Hatshepsut's death, circa 1458 BC, Thutmose III assumed uncontested rule and unleashed a series of at least 17 recorded military campaigns that pushed Egypt's frontiers deeper into the Levant and south into Nubia. His most famous early victory was at Megiddo, where audacious tactics and a risky mountain pass maneuver trapped a coalition of Canaanite rulers. The win secured northern trade corridors and tribute networks. Thutmose III's forces campaigned as far as Syria and dominated Nubia in the south. Conquered territories paid tribute in goods, people, and especially gold from Nubian mines, enriching the royal treasury. Flush with wealth, Thutmose III poured resources into construction. He added to the great temple complex at Karnak, raising obelisks and halls in honor of Amun, who by then reigned supreme among the gods. Across Egypt and beyond, he commissioned dozens of temples, more than 50 by some counts. Royal inscriptions also celebrate Thutmose III as an avid hunter, taking down elephants and lions, feats that reinforced royal vigor and divine favor. In later life, he appointed his son Amenhotep II co-regent to ensure smooth succession. Thutmose III died in his mid-50s and was buried in the Valley of the Kings. His mummy was later rediscovered in 1889 in a royal cache, helping Egyptologists reconstruct his legacy. Because he transformed Egypt from a powerful kingdom into a far-reaching empire, backed by military brilliance, wealth extraction, and state-sponsored monument building.